Hey, you guys, it's me, the most targeted citizen. Not having a good day. Been a rough day. Um, I just have to tell you more proof. I'm going with drama. I told you guys about goats killing my trees. Well, I just found one of the biggest trees on my property. It's an oak. It's probably 8 feet around. If you like take measurement, probably 8 feet around. It's monstrous. It covers all the shade on the back side of my house. It is dying. There's about 20 trees right here beside the house that are dying. I pick which trees to stay. I saved each specific tree, and now I know that it's not just the goats, because there are trees on this property that goats haven't touched at all, and they're dying. And the only way they're dying is gang stalkers. It's easy to kill a tree. You just drill a hole in it and add some poison. You can drill a hole in a tree and put salt in it, and it'll kill that fucking tree. Pardon my language. I'm so mad. It's going to cost $3,000 worth of tree work to get this one tree down. It will literally wipe out my whole place here. It's right over my pond. This is horrific. This is just the worst, because I love trees. I love trees. I found another one of my beautiful dogwoods that I saved, that I picked out and saved. It's dead as a hammer. I got another dogwood over here that's dead as a hammer. I've lost probably 30 dogwoods that I picked out and saved specifically, and they're just dead. So let me tell you the most. Let me tell you the craziest part. Let me go over this. It's on my phone. Tina came last week, and we were going to the beach. She likes to go to the beach every year. I hate the beach. I hate sand. I hate people. I just rather take that beach money, put it in my pocket, and build something to live better. I mean, the money we spend at the beach that we could have put in this house and had us completely self-sufficient. That $800 for the beach trip, that's all we spent, $800. That $800 could have done every bit of solar here, and the batteries too, and I wouldn't need gas for a generator anymore. Let me start with this. The night before we go to the beach, I just got this latest generator I got 2 weeks ago. I liked it. It was a newer style. If anybody needs to know anything about, Predator needs to call me and sponsor me, really, because I've had 6 of these generator nodes, and now I know everything about them. I crank a Predator generator 4 times a day. I crank them 4 times a day. I put gas in them. Twice a month I put oil in them. I clean carburetors on them. I know everything about these generators. They're just, I'm the genius. And the best generator on the market, a Predator generator. Best generator on the planet. Easiest thing in the world. Best. The new style, which I like, the newer one, the 4550, which is the smaller end, is 3650, but 4550 max wattage. The new style has the choke on the same side as the pull cord. Right now, with the old style, the choke is on the back of the engine, so you have to. I've got an enclosure I put in. I got to pull the lid off the enclosure, reach in it, open the choke up, and then crank it from this side, and then go turn the choke back off. The new version had a longer, softer pull cord and had the choke right there. It was one of the soft pulls, like the new soft pull generators or soft pulled chainsaws. It was soft pulled, really long cord. So much easier to pull. You didn't have to put much force. You just extend it, and boom, it fires up. And they usually crank first hit every time. So I got that one, the last one 2 weeks ago. When I got it, it's like 5 days in, the goddamn carburetor screw is completely backed out. 2 other screws back completely out. And that's odd, because I've had so many of these. I've had 4 before that one, and none of the screws backed out. So I'm like, we got a little vandalism going on here. So I put the carburetor screw all the way back in, and then backed it out a round and a half, like you're supposed to do with about every carburetor, round and a half out, and you're good to go on your idle jet. So that night, Tina stayed here that night with Mason, and her nephew stayed here so we could get up and go. That was on a Sunday night. Generator goes off 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, well, that's freaking weird. Why did that happen? So I fired up the jackery. Turned the jackery on. It powers the house, no big deal. I got there and I started working on it at 4 o'clock in the morning. I checked it. I checked the freaking gas. The gas looked fine. I checked the oil. The oil's fine. It's got a lot of sensors. It's got a carbon monoxide sensor. If carbon monoxide blows up in this little sniffer on it, it'll kill it. If it's got low oil, it'll kill it. It's got 1,000 sensors, which I hate. It's supposed to, increase the longevity of the machine, but when the wind gets blowing, it starts blowing out carbon monoxide everywhere. It'll hit that little sniffer tube on it, and boom, it'll shut it off. Anyway, I worked on it, pulled the carburetor off, did all that shit, could not get it to run. So here I am going to the beach the next morning, and I've got to worry all week long, what am I going to do about my generator? Because we bought the 2-year warranty, the extended warranty, for like $200. And they said, yeah, you can bring it back as many times as you want. It's fine. Well, the last time I took a generator back, Harbor Freight said, oh, no, that's not right. You've only got if you replaced it one time in the 90 days and your 2-year warranty doesn't work anymore. I said, that's not what we said, and that's not what was in writing. The writing says, and your associate told us, it doesn't matter. If it gets dirty and I don't want that generator, I can take it back within 2 years and get a new one. They told me that. It's literally in the paperwork. It said, for any reason, you can return this and get a brand new one. Plain and simple. And it said, if you want to return it in your warranty and not get another one, you have to pay a restocking fee. $125 restocking fee. So, I had to worry about that all week long. So, boom. That kind of put up, because anytime that I get ready to go somewhere on a trip or leave the house, they do something to stress me out, to make me want to hurry up and get back here, because it's a prison that I'm comfortable in and I feel safe in. But when I leave, they implant the thoughts that I have to hurry up and get back. Something's going to go wrong. They're going to mess something up. Anyway, fast forward. Get in the truck to go with Tina. She's got a playlist that we've been saving songs on her phone for the last 6 to 8 months in a playlist to YouTube. So we use my phone for navigation. So she went to put my phone in her little, she bought one of these Jeep pink phone holders. Well, with my phone case holder, it wouldn't fit. She takes my phone out of the case, the plastic case, which, phones, you know me, I can go through a phone every 3 freaking months because they hack my phone, make it go black, and then I have to go get a new one. Or they'll break my phone they'll break the screen on my phone in the middle of the night, and then I have to go get a new one. So I've been really gentle with this thing because of the phone case. So she takes the phone case off, hands me the phone case, she puts the phone on the dash, plugs it up, and I take that phone case, the 2 pieces of it, and I put it in the dash. We get halfway up the road, and I'm like, wait a second, we don't have any power because we turned all the power off, so I made sure my refrigerator was empty because there's no point running any power, none, because nobody's here to crank up the generator, nobody's here to switch over to the jackery, so just screw it. I was like, there's a bag of ice in the freezer. If I don't get it out, the floor's going to be covered in water. She's like, oh, yeah, we need to do that. So race back home, unlock the house, go inside, get the ice, throw it in the sink, and we leave. We go to the beach. We get to the beach. I don't even think we stopped on the way down. Don't even think we stopped. The only time I got out of the car was to come back here and take the ice out. We get to the beach. I open the dash, and only one piece to my phone case is in the dash. Only one piece. I look at her and say, what the hell? You saw me put it in there? Well, maybe it fell on the floor. So I look in the floor. We get out. We're at the hotel. I take the dash completely out. Look around. The phone case is nowhere to be seen. It is literally gone. So I'm like, what the hell? I know I'm not losing my mind because, as you guys know, if you're a targeted individual, this is what you must do. You must be organized in your life. In my life, my remote controls go right here on the edge of the couch. Right here on the arm of the couch, or right here on my recliner. That's where remote controls go. My glasses all go on hooks right here. My keys go in the same exact place. Everything is organized. Everything has a place. Everything. My shoes go at the front door. Everything has a place because I have to eliminate the chances of it being me losing things, because being targeted, your stuff is going to disappear. It will literally disappear, people. Let me remind you, I was staying at my mom's house getting her through cancer. My knife and my Bible disappear from my house. I moved from my mama's house to my pop's house. My Bible and my knife still gone. I moved back to, where did I go? No, I went from my house. No, it disappeared at my house. My knife and my Bible disappeared. That was in my extreme targeting when there were 100 people in the woods attacking me, terrorizing me. I moved from there to my pop's, and then from my pop's to my mom's. Is that how that went? No. Yeah. It showed up 3 houses later in the house in Longview where me and Tina lived. My knife and my Bible were on the living room table. In the middle of the living room, I come home. I hadn't come home. I was at home. I was in the kitchen cooking. And I come back in the living room, and my Bible and my knife is sitting on the freaking end table. From 3 houses ago. 3 houses ago, it showed up. 3 houses, my knife and my Bible were gone. Completely disappeared. And then they just show up on my table. Made a video at the time it happened. We go to the beach. I'm extremely careful with my phone because I don't want to break it. I mean, walking through a hotel, there's concrete everywhere. It falls, it breaks, you're done. That's $100 right there. Gone. It was nowhere to be found. Knowing that they do this shit, I kept looking in her car. I'd go the next day and look in her car. I'd go the next day. We'd get in the car. I'd get in the dash and look for it. I'd look for it. Could not find it. Tina looked 3 or 4 different times for it as well. She cleaned the car out in the driveway when we got back from the beach, and it was not there. It wasn't there last night when she was in her car. It wasn't there this morning when she went to work at 4 o'clock. It wasn't there. She had to leave work today at lunchtime to go pick up an employee for work. She gets in the car, sits down, her friend from work gets in, and her friend from work gets out, and she looks down on the floor, and right there is the case, the other piece of the case. Impossible. IMPOSSIBLE. Impossible for the phone case to do that. It was not in her car at all. Completely gone. And she texts me a picture. Look what I found, honey. And I said, impossible. She said, how did it do that? I said, well, here's one thing that could have happened. And by the way, when we went to the beach, we were at the beach the first day, my daughter was feeding animals. So I told her that afternoon, when you get to the house, park in front of the house and look around. Look under your car, look everywhere, and see if you can find my phone case. It was not here in the driveway. That was the only place it could have come out. If it was in my lap, I come back home to take the ice out of the refrigerator, and it would have fell out of my lap. It had been in the driveway. It was nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. It was gone. So I was like, well, your friend from work got in it. Maybe she had it and she threw it to the floor. Maybe that's it. But there's no way she could have gotten it unless gang stalkers picked it up out of my driveway, somehow gave it to her, and then she brought it, put it in the car. No. See, that is more impossible. That a total stranger came to my house, or somebody came to my house, took it, and gave it to a total stranger to get in Tina's car. Possible. Absolutely is, because gang stalkers are everywhere. Gang stalkers are everywhere. But I'm telling you, I have seen things. I've seen a person at my house in Conover in Claremont, North Carolina, when I lived near the lake. I saw a camouflage chick, fully painted in camouflage, 2 feet from me. I trapped her in my yard as I was G.I. Joe and finding everywhere. I know it sounds like a meth dream. It was not. I assure you it was not. 2 feet from me, and I went to grab her, and she disappeared in front of my face. Disappeared in front of my freaking face. And I could hear them talking, did she get away? She got away. Yeah, she's gone. As if their CBs, their walkie-talkies, their radio transmissions was in my head. I'm laying in the middle of the yard and like, oh yeah, we're up in the plane. We see him from above. He's here. I'm hearing this in my head, like I'm hooked up. Literally, I've walked around when my targeting was being overt. I was walking. I can't remember where I was going, but I was walking around and I heard a guy in my head from an airplane. You could hear the like someone's talking on an airplane with headphones and a walkie-talkie and a microphone. I heard someone in an airplane talking. It was piped into my freaking head. So, there's only 2 ways this happened. It fell out of my lap in her driveway. Someone picked it up and got it to a girl that she works with that I've never known, never met before. And then that girl waits a week and a half to get in her truck today and throw it in the floorboard. That sounds less probable to me because I've seen what they can do. I know their technology. They have free energy technology. You ever watch Star Trek? Beam me up, Scotty. They can literally teleport. They have hologram technology like freaking the magic kid Harry Potter. They have invisibility cloaks. Google it right now. They'll show you the military, U.S. military has invisibility cloaks. It shows them in Afghanistan. And they had an invisibility cloak on, and he ran to jump in the tank and ran to the tank unseen when there was Taliban all around. They have invisibility technology. The military tests this shit on us. They're still experimenting on me. They're still messing with me every freaking day. So Tina said, I don't, and listen, Tina's been a witness to this, but she just closes her eyes and pretty much goes, blah, 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 blah. She don't want to know. She don't want to care. If I ignore it, it ain't going to affect me, even though it affects her every second of every day. Tina can literally sit down for 2 minutes and be asleep. Completely asleep in 2 minutes. They literally put her asleep. They manipulate her so much. But when you tell your spouse, imagine you men out there that are married, not many of you are because you're targeted like me because you're willing to listen to my insanity. Telling your wife, honey, I love you, but you're being mind controlled. That's worse than saying, your mom is the one telling you all this shit. It's your mom interfering in our marriage. You're being mind controlled, dear. You think 5G is bad? Wait till 6G gets here. Wait till these data centers go in. That's the technology they have. They have technology to control every man, woman, and child. They can implant thoughts. They can implant memories. They can implant dreams. They can put voices in your head. They can put thoughts in your head. They can change your memories. Deja vu I experience deja vu 5 times a freaking month, and it's just as clear as day. As I'm standing here right now, I'll remember I said, oh, deja vu. I've been here before. Happens 5 times a month, just as clear, and it happens more and more every day. It used to be once every 8 or 9 months, or once every couple of years, and it's just increasingly sped up because there's several things that could be happening. I think that in 2012, CERN fired up CERN, and they put us on a different timeline. They inverted reality. We're in a different timeline. I think they control the timeline. I think they control time and space. I think the devil's in charge of this shit. I don't believe in aliens. I just don't. I believe in demons. They can control time and space. They can. I cannot remember the name of this movie, but it's like an late 80s, early 90s movies. And this guy would live his life during the day. But at night, everybody went to sleep, and you'd see a clock in this town. The clock would hit like 3 o'clock, and at 3 o'clock, all these men, and you would imagine them being like Men in Black, but they were real pale faced. They kind of looked like leprechauns, regular sized leprechauns, except they had long ears and long noses, and they were skinny and pale, and they had these big top hats on and wore black suits. But at night, they would come at 3 o'clock in the morning when it's like the whole world turned off. Clocks would stop. And at 3 o'clock, they would show up, and they would take this person out of a timeline like it was you and your wife sitting there. They'd bring another man in and replace you with that man, and that was the husband, and he now has all your memories in his life. He has your life now. They'd move cars, they'd move people, they'd move pets. I cannot remember the movie, but it just stuck with me, that movie. That is like what we're living today. So they either created a different, they turned CERN on, and it created a separate timeline. In 2012 was when most of the people started to experience this targeting, when their life was literally went from it's daylight and now it's dark all the time. It's just freaking dark all the time. Why is it dark all the time? That's my life. Everything is upside down. I went from perfectly normal one day, working my ass off, making freaking bucks, living the goddamn life, living the dream, 5 Harley Davidsons in a goddamn boat, living my best life till I wake up the next day and everything is backwards world. Where I live in a box on the side of a freaking mountain by myself. So either a person showed up over here, picked my phone case up, took it to a complete stranger, and then dropped it off in Tina's truck today to make her think we're crazy. Or the easiest thing is they use technology, teleported the phone case, which this energy costs nothing because you pay for it. Teleported the phone case out until they could teleport it back in her car. Or there was nothing malicious about it, and just somehow this stuff teleports in and out. I mean, you guys know as well as I do, there's been times when you set your keys down, you're the only one in the house, you set your keys down, and you come back 2 minutes later, and your keys are not there, and you have no explanation how they got where they went. Just like me, there's no explanation how I had over 30 cell phone chargers broken in less than a month and a half, 2 months. 30 of them. I have pictures on my cell phone of them, and I had them in a white Walmart bag. More than 30 cell phone chargers broke in a month and a half, 2 months. Didn't even mention her mom. She's like, my mom was using a charger the other day, and she said a charger just showed up, and her phone was plugged up too. She has no idea whose charger is. Her charger disappeared, but this one just showed up on her charger, and Mason wasn't there. Nobody was there. It was just the people who live in the house. It's like me. I could I got a charger box, and I'll plug it in this outlet beside the couch, plug it in, and it'll be that halfway charging where it says this is slow charging. It'll take 8.5 hours to charge your phone. Well, then I plug it into the space bar that's plugged up to that one that's farther up the loop. It has to go to this one first that does the slow charging, and I plug it into the space bar after that when that one runs through, and it'll be full charge. It'll full charge it then. But then I can take the same box the next day, plug it in the same exact way, and it won't supercharge it. This is the kind of stuff that happens to me all the time, just like my vehicles. One day it'll crank, one day it won't. Tire will go flat for no goddamn reason at all. Oil will just disappear out of my vehicle. I can park it. It doesn't leak oil, doesn't drop oil, nothing. I can come out there the next day and the thing's completely out of freaking oil. Or my nice Chevy van I had. Great freaking van. It'd do 120 mile an hour down the goddamn road. It's a hot rod. I put my Harleys in it, go drag racing. I got in my dang van to go somewhere. I get in the van. I always kept up with all my fluids, all my oil. It had everything. It was perfect. It never leaked a drop. I get in. I go down the road 2 miles. It's completely out of water and it blows the goddamn head gasket. Anyway, God bless. Thank you for sitting through my paranoid schizophrenia. Appreciate it. Feel free to attack me.